Can you guys hear me now? I think I had it on mute there for a second. It has been so long since I streamed, I just forgot how to do it. But I think we are all right. Hopefully the lighting's good. Hopefully my webcam is not going to be annoying the whole night either. Yeah, anyway, so we are going to be working on this piece tonight. I basically was doodling one day and just made 2 sketches of a bunch of stuff I wanted to draw. Condensed it in my iPad Pro so I could put it all on one piece, and I'm hoping to make this a nice piece for the studio since I don't have anything that I officially made. I apologize, my chair is very squeaky. I just want to make sure, you guys can hear me, right? I don't know. I'm just gonna keep talking. But yeah, so my light box was there's a little too many details in here, so I might have to do a little bit of drawing first, but I do want to just put down some local color on some of these pieces that are good. So hopefully you guys got your stuff ready to paint. I'm gonna check my phone and make sure everything's working okay on YouTube. Okay. Well, seems to be working fine. Might just have to turn it all the way down just in case so I can see if there's a problem. All right. Anyway, I am going to start painting here. There are a couple little, I think I'm going to start with this and this just because I have my greens out already. How's your guys' summer been so far? I had a pretty nice boat day. Let me know if this water's getting on your nerves so I can move it if I have to. Let's get some. Throw a little bit of blue in there. Like that. Yep. That should work for this one. I'm just gonna throw some local color. This is kind of a janky piece of paper I had, but I'm kind of like in a no-buy situation, so I'm just trying to use what I have so I don't waste money. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and start putting some local color down. I've been trying to do this for like 2 weeks and I just don't have. Oh no. I think I'm painting on the wrong side of the paper. That is a really rookie move. And that's gonna make me very mad. I don't think I've ever done that. I've never had. I think I did. I think I traced this on the wrong side of the frickin' paper. No, it's kind of doing the same thing on that side. I don't know what's going on here though. That does not make me happy. We might have to switch to a sketchbook sesh. which is unfortunate because I really wanted to work on this. It's really gonna tick me off. Yeah, that is not acting right at all. Freaking took forever to do. I really don't know how I messed that up. Let me see if it's just that corner. Yeah, this is not. Oh no, Kelly, come on. Oh, that is such a buzzkill. I don't know, I think it's kind of doing it on this too, though. It's like just sucking it in. Well, I'll keep going for a little bit and we'll see what happens. But yeah, this watercolor paper is not supposed to do that. Maybe I can just transfer it onto another sheet of paper I have. Oh, that's such a bummer. How did I even do that? It don't look right on this side either, though. Like, that does not look right. Alright, well that's super fun. We're gonna have to get my arches pad out. What a bummer. Did all that for nothing. Oh, now I need some transfer paper. Oh, that makes me so angry. Yep, what a buzzkill. I can't believe I did that. See, this is why I just use arches from now on. The Fabriano Artistico 300-pound paper was just, it's been acting wonky for some reason, and I don't know why. It's probably because it's old, though. Alright. Well, now we gotta transfer it onto this thing, so hopefully we get some painting in today. Let me put this down here for now. God, that's such a bummer. I stayed up till like 2 o'clock doing that too. So I would be ready for today. Alright, I apologize. This chair is so squeaky. It's beyond annoying. Typically, like a red pen so I can see where I transferred it. But maybe I have one in this drawer. I'll grab this one. Alright. I've got some pens. What's everybody working on? Are you guys drawing too? Or nah, just chilling. No idea. You guys can hear me, right? Well, I'm just gonna work in time. And make sure I put this on the right side. I did that backwards before. It was not fun. Okay. God, that's such a bummer. pen. I like to use a different colored pen just so I can see where I've made a mark instead of like a stylus that doesn't have any ink that comes out, so I know which lines I've actually traced and which ones I didn't. But this is transfer paper for those of you who don't know, and it uses the graphite to transfer it onto your watercolor paper. I normally use a light box, but my light box is the entire size of my desk, and that would require me to take everything down and do it again. So we're just going to do it this way. Super ready for fall though, I tell ya. I'm really over it. After today, I went on the boat with my mom's boat with a couple of her friends and my brother, and I think I'm starting to think that I'm allergic to the sun, because every time I go out in it, it feels like wherever there's a burn, it feels like I did arm day, and it's just not it's just not what's going on. And also, if you have some time, let me know what days are best for streaming. The poll was kind of wonky, and I'm not even sure what time is best for everyone, but this is because I had a boat day planned today. I just figured I would do this in the evening. So that is what we're doing. I don't mind doing them earlier. I do like to get an evening walk in though, so definitely more of the night owl crowd. But yeah, I'm really over summer. It's been like 90 all week, and like I at least want it to rain a little bit. I'm hoping it'll rain soon. It's been like 3 weeks with like no rain, and I'm just kind of over the straight sun part of summer right now. At least like a cloudy day to come in and make me feel better. Sometimes I feel like this part of it is just so stiff, because I kind of actually like my really sketchy lines when I did the initial sketches for everything. I like all the extra marks for some reason. I don't know why. And then when I clean it up in my iPad, it gets really tight, but it tends to loosen up a little bit as I paint. So I try not to be too angry about it. Oh my God, 109 degrees? Where are you? Is this gonna do this the whole time? Jeez Louise, I can't even. It's gotta be Arizona. Is it Arizona or Texas or? I don't think I could ever live anywhere other than Michigan, because as soon as I get sick of a season, it changes, so that's really comforting to me. Texas, yeah. I figured you were down there somewhere. God, is it like a dry heat, or is it like a humid heat, or? Because I don't even know. Like, I know they say that about Arizona, like it's a dry heat, so it's different. And in Michigan, we have really bad like humidity, and it's just, I don't even know. I just get so tired of. I'm definitely not a summer girly at all. I am a fall and winter girl, and I just cannot deal with the whole. Let me make sure this is transferring before I keep going. Yeah, I need to do a couple of these lines again, actually. Oh my god. I can't even with that. Like, it's humid here too, but like I don't know. It seems somewhat tolerable sometimes, but I'm sorry. This is going to be like autofocus. I really need to get a new webcam or learn how to like turn the autofocus off because it's just being a buzzkill. But yeah, if you missed it, I transferred this onto watercolor paper already, and then somehow I did it on the wrong side, so now we're just gonna move on to our trusty Arches paper and transfer it again. I was just gonna pull out my sketchbook, but I've been trying to work on this piece for a while. It's kind of like a piece that I want to hang in the studio. I haven't actually made any art for myself, like to specifically hang on the wall yet, and I feel like that's really silly. So this is my first attempt to make something for myself that I intend to hang up, so hopefully it will come out nice. Have you guys' summer's been good so far? I feel like it was okay. And then I said out loud that I was having a good summer, and shit hit the fan. I think my grandpa had a stroke the day after I like said that out loud. And then shortly after, my hubby's grandma was in the hospital and she ended up passing. So it was just like, because I wanted to stream last week, but it just seemed to be impossible. Just really unfortunate. It's been like 2 years of loss for my family lately, and it's just getting a little tiresome, and everybody's just, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like, I know they said when you get older you have to like go to a lot of funerals and stuff, and there's like a lot of sickness, but I don't really consider myself old yet, and it's just so traumatizing already. Hopefully we get to actually paint soon. I'm really bummed. I had this all done already. I stayed up till 2 to set up the stream and get it all transferred, and then I had to transfer it back on a different sheet of paper again. That's a bummer. I'm not a huge fan of this part of the process. Thank you, Jackie. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm hoping freaking just things kind of go uphill from now on. Like, I just don't understand, like, how worse it could get. I mean, like, I don't want to say that out loud, knock on wood, but it just seems silly. And it, like, I kind of, like, I feel like I'm a jinx, too, because, like, I feel like it only happens when I'm happy and I'm having, like, a good time. And then, like, I'll just being happy, and then the universe is like, no, that's not, you're not going to be happy this month. I'm sorry. And I don't even know what it is. And that's a horrible mindset to have, but like, it just feels like that's what's happening, especially when I try to be healthy and like work out every day and go for walks, and I start feeling good and mentally my brain is working right and stuff. And it's just, that's when the bad things seem to happen, and it's just kind of a little exhausting. And like, it makes you almost not want to be happy, you know? Like, oh, I don't want things to go good for me because somebody's going to get sick or whatever. Oh, that's good. I'm so glad I'm not the only one, because I feel like that's just the way the world works. It likes to smack you down a peg when you're feeling good, and it makes no sense to me. You would think feeling good would be a good thing, especially because it takes so long for some of us to get there. Especially as a mom too. Like, I feel like my self-care is like the first thing to go out the window when there's some kind of crisis, and that's just not a good thing. But like, when I'm doing good and the self-care is kicking in and everything, that's when shit tends to hit the fan, and it's kind of like, I don't get it. So, and that's where we are. Need to get a drink of water. It's freaking hot in here. Are you guys painting too, or are we kind of body doubling right now? Words are hard. I think I need to start pressing a little bit harder too. I totally relate to that. Lisa says she's supposed to be working on a pet portrait, but she has to do laundry in between drying layers. See, and that's the thing. I feel like with all of this, like, I always feel like, I don't know if it's like a mom thing or just like a woman thing or whatever, but like, we always have to stay busy, and it's like, we can't just sit there and watch the paint dry. We gotta do all these other household item things. And I feel like that's what actually keeps me from painting most of the times. Like, I productively procrastinate. Oh, wow. That sounds really interesting, Jackie. Yeah, I definitely recommend it. I actually started working on some stuff for October, and like, I'm kind of trying to learn a new editing software, and I just don't have time to edit right now, and that was what was keeping me from posting. And I'm like, I don't know why I'm like so afraid to live stream right now. Worst case scenario, I'm just talking to myself in my room, but It is what it is. But yeah, that's the only bummer. And I feel bad because like I try to be so consistent with it, but I feel like life does that to me too. Like as soon as I'm consistent and having a good time with something, everything just kind of goes to shit. Almost like clockwork. It's kind of annoying, but like you have to squeeze everything in within like an hour or two, but like you're really happy during that hour or two, so it kind of I don't even know. I can't even see these lines. I'm so upset that I have to redo this. It's so upsetting. I feel like I'm not even drawing on the lines anymore. That boat day really made me tired. Yeah, I think we do all talk to ourselves. Hopefully that is the case anyway, because do you guys have the narrator? Because like I tried to talk to my husband about it, and I'm like, you don't have like an inner monologue, and he's like, no, and I'm like, dude, I talk to myself inside my head all day long, like it makes no sense, and he's like, oh my god, I'm like, yeah, like I literally like I'm talking to you is how I talk in my head all day long about the stuff I gotta do, and maybe I should do this, and I really should go on a walk, and oh man, it's so funny how some people don't have that. I'm like, how do you get through the day without having somebody talking to your head? Thank you, Jackie. I appreciate it. I'm really excited about this piece, and I'm really bummed that I'm not painting it already, but I had to be a dum-dum and transfer it on the wrong side of watercolor paper because I'm super smart. I've never had that problem before, though. Like, I could always paint on either side, and I never even thought that would be an issue. I feel like that's starting to happen to me though. Like I've been working in a medium so long that I kind of like forget how to do it. Like it makes no sense. Like if that's all I do all the time, how can I just randomly forget how to do it? I hear a fly in here too. That's gonna bother me. I have no idea, but I cannot picture my life without an inner monologue. Stop. I really don't like this camera. What style do I consider my work? I honestly don't know. People say I have a style, but like I don't really feel like I do have a style, and I'm not like officially sure that I like want an official style. I feel like I have a couple styles, honestly. But right now I'm like really into like the whole cottagecore thing and like the whimsy gothic. Like I just I don't know, I'm working on like it's coming out in all aspects of my life. Like I'm trying to redo a bedroom, and it's in my head it's very whimsy goth with like antique picture frames and dark walls and cool wallpaper and stuff. And as somebody that's had like millennial gray for like ever, I'm really excited to finally decorate the space the way that I don't know. I don't really understand what my style would be. I don't even know if it'll fit into a box, honestly. Heart of my tummy is growling at me. I don't know. I'm curious to know what you guys think it is, though, because I don't even know what to call it. I probably shouldn't have ate dinner before this. maybe like dark cottagecore, but like there's the whole cryptid thing too, so it's like I really don't know how to label it. Maybe there's a couple different styles, but I don't know. I don't feel like it's where I want to be yet creatively. I feel like I would like to do a lot more imaginative realism, like fictional characters realistically, kind of like I don't even know how to word it. My style. You think my style? Okay. I mean, that works for me. I'm not opposed to having a magical art style at all. Like, I think that's something I can get on board with. I don't know. I guess that would be kind of like a personal brand in a sense, but like, I don't know. For some reason in my head, I just kind of like, they have like the realism, and then the surrealism, and then the abstract, and all of that. And it's like I don't really know where I fit in those genres of it. I'm kind of fine not fitting in a specific one, but I'm not 100% where I want to be, that's for sure. The worlds I have in my head, I really wish I could get onto paper the way I see them in my head, because sometimes it is just really frustrating to not be able to draw what's in your head sometimes. They do say that you're kind of like 3 years ahead of what you'll be able to do. Like you're 3 years ahead in your head, and then like you're always just 3 years ahead in your head. I don't know how to word that properly. Than you are on paper or whatever. Because like you see where you want to go, so hopefully that makes sense. I don't even know who said that. I feel like I absorb everything and then can't make sense of it later. Do I have a favorite artist? It's really sad. I don't. I think maybe if I had to pick like like I really like Tim Burton, but like I'm not like a classical type person. As far as like the old great, like Da Vinci's kind of cool. I kind of like the way his lines work. But like I'm not like gonna be like Picasso or whatever. But like nowadays, I really like Kellogg's Loop style. He's like a watercolor artist here on YouTube, and he has some really, really nice stuff that I would aspire to be like, but not specifically. I don't like, there's a few artists, but I can't really remember their names. I try not to kind of look too deep into it, into other artist stuff for inspiration. I kind of like to challenge myself to see what I can come up with without having everybody else's ideas on board. But I don't know. I feel like just the stuff that you come across, you like gather from day to day, like the stuff that you like, and it just kind of shows up in your artwork, if that makes sense. I don't think that makes sense, but I have a couple people that I like and follow and stuff, but like no one that's like direct like inspiration. Like I love Furry Little Peach, but like our art styles are so different, so I'm not sure if it's like the personality that I like, but I also really like some of her artwork. I feel like it's very colorful and fun. I like Lee Ellickson. I haven't really been getting down too much on. I've been watching a lot of decluttering on YouTube lately, so I haven't been watching a lot of artists. But I feel like everybody's burnt out for some reason. I'm not seeing a lot of my normal art people upload a lot. Who else is there? I do like Aaron Blaze. I like the way he puts stuff together. I feel like he breaks it down like the way like animal anatomy works and stuff. Yeah, Furry Little Pea. She's so fun and bubbly. Like she just puts you in a good mood. Like every video, she's just so like perky and cute. Who's the other one though? Oh, it's gonna bother me that I can't remember her name. I'll have to put a few in there. Oh, she just posted a video too. I feel like it's hard because a lot of artists, they have really hard names to remember. Like Furry Little Peach, easy to remember. But like some people use their like names and like sometimes they're hard to pronounce and like I can't remember what to type in. God, that's gonna bother me. I did find a new one that I do like. Let me see. It's almost kind of like a Studio Ghibli, like she reminds me of. But as far as classical artists, no, I don't really pay attention. There's a couple paintings that I have in my head. I'll have to dig them out and show you because I have no idea where it is and I cannot remember the name of it. Where's my subscriptions? Allison Aletha oh my god, illustrations. Can I say that or no? I like her. She's got a really cool whimsical style. I really like her. I've been watching her a lot lately. God, this chair is really bothering me. I need to get a new one. It's so squeaky. What's that? This damn thing. Yeah. Definitely gonna have to upgrade that. I guess there's a way I can use my phone for this, which we might have to do next time because that's just getting annoying. I hate autofocus. And I tried to install the software and it just made everything really weird and I could still not turn the autofocus off. Would you ever recreate a classical painting but in your own style? Yeah, I think I would do that. I know I've been thinking of, I kind of want to recreate like old movie posters from like oh my god, The Creature of the Black Lagoon, like the old movie posters of that, those kinds of movies I would really like to do. I'd like to do that in my own style, but I don't know, I'm not sure if I'm quite to that level yet, but I always felt like I rushed to get a video done, that I don't really give myself enough time. But now that I've remembered that I can live stream again, it definitely gives time to put more effort into the videos, which I would like to do because I feel like I have such little time that when I finish a painting, I'll edit in the same day and try to upload in the same day, and it's just not like a good system at all, because then you're just like really tired and like the video could have been way better. So definitely working on that. I'm trying to learn the new software that I got. Which classical painting do you like? Which ones would you do in your own style? That could be fun. It'll definitely have to be like an after October fun, or depending on how long this piece takes, but that would be really fun actually. Now I'm thinking about it. There is a painting, and it's got like, let me see if I can Google it. I know I saw it at the DIA the last time I went. This one right here. I think it's called the Nightmare. Let me see if it'll pop up. Come on, pop up. I might still be connected to the Wi-Fi next door. Yep. Hi. American Gothic. I don't know why it won't let me click on this. This one right here. And it's called The Nightmare, and I have no idea who it's by. But like I would do one of these in my style for sure. I don't know which one. I think this one is the one that was at the DIA. I don't know why this one's different. Maybe somebody redid it, or maybe there was more than one. Oh yeah, they did Santa. But yeah, I think that one would be kind of like up my alley. I used to be able to you're a David Bowie fan. Yeah, The Nightmare is creepy, but I feel like it's definitely my style. I'm gonna try something for a second. Oh, okay. That's how I do it. I'm gonna start doing that from now on, so like if people watch the playback, they're not like, what are you talking about? Like, that doesn't make any sense. All right. So what do you guys like, the Sunday days, or like I'm kind of leaning towards either Sundays or Friday evenings for live streaming, just because we have kind of like a fantasy supercross league thing that we do on Saturdays, and I really enjoy doing that with my brother and my husband and my dad and stuff, so I don't want to interrupt those days. But Sundays, I think once school starts, I might have to start doing it a little early. I am so sorry. We're going to try my phone next time because this is dumb. It's supposed to disappear after a couple minutes, but that's cool. Okay. I was about to say, because I knew I could have done it. Pressing hard enough. Okay. I'm really not the hugest fan of transfer paper. But yeah, if I was to do an old painting, it would probably be like something like that. My cousin, he like asked me to paint airplanes like every time I see him, and I'm just kind of like, dude, I don't know what kind of style you think I do, but airplanes is definitely not it. Like, I am not a can you paint me an airplane kind of person. And if I did paint you an airplane, it would probably be in the middle of a jungle, like in a zombie apocalypse world. And I really don't have the desire to paint that either, but it's really quite funny. Jimmy, if you're watching, I'm just joking. I'm still not drawing you a plane, though. I have no desire to do that. I'd rather do a dog portrait for you. Sundays is good. Okay, I do like Sundays. Is like a little bit earlier better, or is like, I'm thinking kind of like maybe like an 8 to 10 on mine, because I started it at about 10 after 9 here, and I know it's going to be fine for the rest of the summer. Like, I can do it late the rest of the summer, but once school starts, I definitely don't want to be up too late, and I always have to pack lunches and stuff, and that seems to take like a year. I feel like my chair like randomly just keeps going down, and I have to like readjust it. these little itty bitty lines later. That's the bummer with this too. I had so much detail in all of these little things. It's gonna take me forever to transfer this. Hopefully we'll be able to put some color on it. I'll try to see if I can sneak a Friday and a Sunday in. Well, I actually think the husband is going up north next weekend possibly. So if I did Sunday, it'd probably be later than normal. But, well, it'd probably be around the same time, assuming he gets home at a decent time. Oh, is 8. Jackie, which time zone are you in? Just so I know we're talking about the same time. Well, at least it's all transferring this time. And I know the Arches paper is about to be sweet. What a letdown with that other paper. It's weird too, because it wasn't absorbing right on the right side either. At least this paper is this paper, so at least it'll come out good. I didn't want to use this one though because it was an off-white, and it's really hard for me to... Oh, okay, so you're in the same time zone as me. Okay, yeah, I like 8. I think 8 to 10 is pretty decent. Like, I won't be too tired, and it's kind of just like an evening show type thing. Evening hangout. I'm definitely more of a night owl than I am a early bird, so like I would like to go for a walk at around like 7, come in and do this, and then go to bed, get ready for school the next day. I don't know. I'm not sure if it does. I've never seen, she's asking if the paper was expired. I'm honest to God not sure because I haven't used that in a long time, and it has been probably sitting there for probably 5 years. I didn't know paper could expire though. So there's that. I've never, I mean, like all of my sketchbooks, like even if I don't use them for 5 years, I expect them to still be the paper that I bought, you know, like I don't know. It's very, very weird, especially for Fabriano. But it was the 300 pound, and I just don't like the Fabriano 300 pound, which is probably why it was sitting there forever in the first place. But that's all right. But this one here, it's kind of like an off-white, and I'm hoping when I get it scanned, they can just kind of like make it solid white. I would scan it here, but my scanner isn't that big. And I refuse to pay Photoshop to merge my layers. Or I guess with Photoshop you can scan certain sections of the painting and it'll kind of like merge it and put it together like a puzzle for you, but I'd rather just take it and get it scanned in a big bed. It's not too bad. And the Nessie print came out really nice with it, so at least it's a nice, reliable place for me so far. This is gonna take forever. What do you guys think though? I'm kind of debating on doing like a black background or leaving it blank. I think part of me wants to leave it blank, only because I think I want to sublimate this on a canvas bag, and I just want it for myself, like specifically, and if people think it's cool I'll put it in my shop or whatever, but I did want to make one for myself. And then maybe just kind of edit a background in for prints, but I don't know how that's gonna look. Probably gonna have to do some color tests. Because I feel like if it was like a painterly black background, it could look cool, almost like maybe like a chalkboard. Like that kind of black, if that makes any sense. Like not a super deep solid black, but like kind of like a painterly, like maybe with paint strokes in it or something. I don't know. I'm gonna my electrolytes aren't all blended in there. But yeah, this is a real bummer. We should be definitely painting by now. I can't believe I did that. I don't know. We shall see. Definitely should have went with the good paper, but yeah, I didn't want to use it because it was off-white. And I like the extra white. Oh, should probably make sure it's under there. Boop. I really wish we could listen to music. I kind of have like rain sounds in the background, but like it really feels strange. I feel like I'm just sitting here talking to myself. Just no internet, I'm talking to the people. I'm not talking to myself, I promise. Not that that's a bad thing. I wonder if I put it down some, it will stop autofocusing like that. Like that has got to be the most annoying thing on the, like hold still. Does it do it while I'm drawing? No, okay, so I'll just keep my hand down here. Let's see if I can edit that in the software. Because that is a buzzkill. Very wonky. I think frogs' little itty bitty, like their toe pads are so freaking cute, I swear. I love drawing their little toe pads. Have you guys been reading any good books lately or anything? I feel like I'm kind of struggling in that area. I'm not reading bad books, but like there's just nothing like really like fantastical happening right now in the book world for me. And I used to get down on that so good. And I'm kind of like tired of series too. I feel like I just need like a little bit of a standalone action going on. I feel like everything I pick up, it's like book 1 of 14, and I'm like, God, like that's a lot. Sorry, here comes the AC. Trucking along. I need to readjust here. The Kitchen Witch series. Who's that by? Is that by what's her name? The lady that wrote the Alphabet Murders and like the One for the Money. I think I read a series by her that was kind of like, there was a witch baker, and that was interesting too. Like just fun. I'm looking for just for like fun, silly books that I'll just like, and you know what I mean? Like they don't have to like traumatize me or anything like that. Like I just want like a good, I kind of want like a Gilmore Girls type of book, but like maybe with like witches and magic in it or something. I don't know. Make sure this goes all the way up there. Well, we're at least at the halfway point of this. Hopefully we'll be able to get some color on here soon. I'm gonna write that down. That sounds fun. And it's the Kitchen Witch series. Yeah, I really screwed up on stuff your earpods day. Like I only got like 6 or 8 books that I was interested in, and I read them all so fast. I listened to them all so fast. I don't even remember what day it was. Yeah, I really need to go renew my library card because I can't download anything on Libby or anything, and I'm just like, as much as I like reading books like in person, like I have to, like with my ADHD, like when I'm doing dishes or something, like I have to distract my brain with something audible, or I will not finish the dishes. Like I end up doing so much stuff. I wonder if I put this, should I put it down? Focus, bruh. Oh, maybe I should have did that from the get-go. Sorry, guys. Like I said, I forgot how to live stream. Well, at least it's not doing that anymore. That's good, because that was driving me nuts. Coloring outside the lines now. Yeah, I can't seem to find any good shows either. I'm really bummed. We started watching Prison Break again. I'm like kind of into it, but not into it. I watched Dexter again since they put that back on Netflix. I'm really excited they got 2 new shows coming out. Dexter Resurrection and Dexter Original Sin, and I just found out about the Resurrection one, and I could not be more bummed. I was really bummed when the New Blood one didn't go the way I wanted it to, because I feel like it started off so good and then it just went downhill and they went a completely different direction with it, and it could have been like a whole series on its own. I was really bummed about it. I don't know if you watched Dexter or not, but surprisingly it became one of my comfort shows for some reason, and I have no idea why. I think it's just like the inner monologue and like Michael C. Hall's voice, because he's a very good narrator. I don't know if that's what it is or not, but I really liked that show. I think I watched Supernatural like 10 times. I started Bridgerton too. I don't know if I finished the second part of the third one yet, so maybe I'll watch that later. I know season 2 is my favorite so far, I think, of that show. I definitely like it. But I just can't, like, figure... I'm really bummed they cancel Sabrina. Dexter's like, at first I thought I wouldn't like it, but it's like, so my husband watched it before I did, and I feel like I would walk in on like the wrong moments, and he's like, every time you walk in it's something you don't like, but like if you would watch the show from the beginning, you would really like it. And like I really like, I think he was on season 3 before, and I got into it, and I was like, can we start it over? And he was like, yeah, we can. And I really liked it. I think we've watched it like 6 times together. It's just, it's just entertaining in a weird way. Like, it became a comfort show, like The Walking Dead. We started watching The Walking Dead when the pandemic hit. Yeah, Sabrina's great. I loved it. I didn't even watch the last season because I was going to be sad that it was over. Sometimes I do that. Like, I just saved the last season for when I'm ready to end it, you know? But I usually skip the last season and just start all over again because I don't want it to be over, if that makes sense. I'm like, yeah, no, I'll just start it over and then we'll get to that later. We'll get to the finale later. But yeah, season 2 is my favorite of Bridgerton. I think the angst in it is, I think I'm just an angsty girl. Like, I don't really like insta love or anything like that. I really liked it, though. I still haven't watched Queen Charlotte yet. Maybe I should give that a try. I don't know. I'm kind of in spooky mode. I'm already ready. I'm ready for the fall. And I think that's just... I tend to go in the fall mode as soon as, like, the end of... I need to go over his feet again. The end of June hits. I'm like, okay, summer's over. Let's get the fall going. I don't have anything up or whatever, but like my brain just kind of like switches from Shark Week to ghosts. Like, I started watching the paranormal shows again. Paranormal Caught on Camera has been my favorite lately. I have no idea why. I forgot the top leaves. And I really like the Spooked podcast. Oh, that's so good. Especially if you watch, like if you watch celebrity ghost stories or anything like that, the podcast is kind of told like that. It's told by the person that experienced it instead of somebody just kind of like telling you somebody else's story. So I really, really like that. Really like that a lot. Yeah, I am just so ready for fall. I can't even... And I have no desire to get up for school or pack lunches or anything, but like, I'm over the heat. I'm over it. I'm ready for bonfires, hoodie season. Not that you can't have a bonfire now, but like, it's not as fun when it's not a little chilly out. Prefer the hoodie weather. And it just smells good outside in the fall. You can leave the windows open. I think that's probably one of the main things I don't like about the summer. Like, you have to like kind of rely on air conditioning if you have it or whatever. And air conditioning makes me tired. So I'm very like unproductive in the summer. But like when the fall comes and I can have the windows open and like air out the house and have nice candle going, like, it's just my vibe. I feel like more energized from that kind of stuff. And same with the winter. I don't like really not being able to open the windows and get some fresh air in the house. I do like the winter, but fall is definitely my favorite. Spring ain't too bad either because you can have the windows open then. And I'm just recently getting into gardening, so I kind of like that part now. But yeah, I was working on I was staining my deck, and I got so I'm still not finished with it yet, by the way. I got so into that, like every night for like an hour in the evening when it cooled off, I would just go out there and stain the deck until I couldn't see anymore. And I totally forgot to we were supposed to build like a garden bed type of situation, and I was just working on the deck for so long I forgot all about it. So I started mine really late. So I don't even know if I'm gonna get anything, but my oregano's growing, and I think I got some beets, and I have 2 cucumber plants, but I don't know if they're gonna do anything. They just started flowering, but my dad's been bringing over like bags of cucumbers. He's like, do you need any more cucumbers? And I'm like, I don't, but I'll make some pickles. Bring them over. So, yep. I do like that part of the spring, learning how to garden and stuff. It's very interesting learning, because I tried it before when I was like a little bit younger and I didn't know anything about like pH, like which plants like which pH level, like the blueberries like the more acidic soil and stuff like that, and like compost tea, and like for some reason like I couldn't figure out that they actually suck up all the nutrients in the soil, especially in the containers, and if you don't add some back into it, they're just not gonna keep growing. Oh, you just planted some pumpkins? I guess July is the month, or August, end of the last week of July is like when you're supposed to do that. So they should, especially by the end of October. I admire people who garden too because they have a lot of patience for sure. Ooh, I feel sneeze coming on. Don't sneeze. Got my electrolyte water. Holy crap. Definitely feel dehydrated today. Yeah, it's very interesting, like learning about the soil and stuff. And compost and like all the food scraps you can put in your garden, like eggshells, and then you can make like the tea with banana peels and use that for like a little compost tea for your garden and stuff. And I'm like, oh, dude, this is like, I just watered it and hoped it growed before. And I'm like, oh, you're actually supposed to pay attention to stuff. Gotcha. Which is a lot funner now, but okay. I'm gonna step off camera for a second. I have to blow my nose because I feel a sneeze coming on. I will be right back. definitely had a sneeze attack going there. Whew. My allergies have been killing me lately. As soon as I wake up in the morning, man, like if I even crack my eyes open, my nose is just instantly itchy and I have to like go right to the Zyrtec. And I'm like, dang it. And I can never go back to sleep after a sneezing fit. Do I have that? Okay. I can't believe this is taking this long. There's too much detail in here. But yeah, I was thinking once this piece is done, we can kind of like just turn it into like a sketchbook club and just kind of like fill our sketchbooks together how they like do. I think BookTube kind of does. Don't do it. My freaking nose. They do like reading sprints, and I figured we could just kind of like muck around in like a low pressure sketchbook situation and just kind of get some drawing in. I've been trying to draw a lot more lately, that's for sure. I was trying to do it daily, but I just don't feel like that's realistic sometimes. Especially like high stakes drawing, but like when you're just doodling and stuff. For a while I was doing it before bed. Like I would lay in bed and just like put my audiobook on and listen and just doodle in my sketchbook. And I really liked that. I should probably start doing it again, but just like a day to do like a little mess around, like low pressure experimental art, you know, without having to make anything fantastical. And I feel like that's like the challenging part about YouTube. Like I feel like if I'm drawing, well, I should probably like film it, and then like I don't end up drawing because I don't end up wanting to set up the camera and everything, and then it's really hard to get into the flow state when you're moving the camera around and changing SD cards and stuff. It just kind of like interrupts you. Am I doing Inktober this year? I was trying to avoid talking about that, but yeah, that's why I'm not filming for YouTube, and I kind of decided to kind of just live stream once a week in August and September because I am filming for that. I don't know if it's technically Inktober because I'm not using ink. I'm still figuring out what to call it, but I really do want to do daily videos for October, and I've already completed 2 that I filmed. I haven't edited anything yet, but I'm really happy with how it's going along, and since it's August, I'm hoping that I can just paint them all and then worry about editing in September and then just kind of upload it. But yeah, that is something I really want to do. I really want to do a daily video, daily challenge. And I'm really happy with how it's going so far, and it's a lot of fun. And very low pressure since I don't have to paint, edit, and upload in the same day because I started early. And I might be able to do a little sketchbook Inktober daily challenge like during October for myself, you know. But now I'm really happy with how it's going right now. It's really cute. I definitely I think I'm going to be successful this year for a couple of reasons. And one of the big reasons is that they're like mini paintings, so I think it's doable. So I'm fingers crossed I get them all done. So I'm trying to work with my ADHD brain and just kind of like tell myself, hey, do all the drawings first and then edit and upload later. Like just worry about the drawing part. So yeah, I'm really excited though. It sucks that I can't do it when October starts because I'm filming and everything, but so far it's been really fun because I'm already kind of in fall mode, so but they look really cute. Not cute, but I don't really know how. It's very whimsy gothic, if that makes sense. But yeah, my brain likes to get caught in details that don't matter before I start painting, and it just doesn't make any sense. And I'm trying to kind of get out of that cycle of doing that. So I'm just kind of focusing on the painting part, and then I'll add all the extra stuff later. But I will show you. I'll show you a sneak peek. Kind of like a little hint as to what I'm talking about. So like I got a bunch of these. I'm just making a bunch of paintings to go in these, and I think these are so cute. It's very whimsy gothic, so I'm really excited. And they're really cute so far. And as much of a challenge as it is painting small, I'm having a really good time, and I feel like that's the motivation that'll keep me going forward and getting it done. Okay, where were we? Oh my god, we only have 2 left and we can start painting. I'm so excited. Thank you. Yeah, I saw them and I was like, ugh. Like I know I'm in a no by year, but I feel like I should make an exception just for a little bit. Like I technically haven't bought any. That's a lie. I bought some acrylic paints because I thought I was going to do that for Inktober, and then I'm like, this isn't the time to like learn a new skill. So unfortunately I did have like buyer's remorse. I'm like, I don't know why I bought that. That wasn't necessary because I'm trying to kind of like use all my supplies and stop, just like impulse buying. Oh, thank you. I'm excited you're excited because it's definitely a little nerve-wracking. But I think I've started early enough that it'll be very low pressure and just a lot of fun at this point, so. I'm hoping it will be cool. I'm so glad you asked. I've been dying to talk about it. I'm like, it's too early to mention Inktober though. Like I've been talking to my YouTube friend with it about it, and I'm like, dude, I'm so excited. And she's like, they look great. And I'm like, thank you. So I'm really pumped to keep going and to see if I get better at painting small. I'm gonna add a couple more in there. But yeah, it's a lot harder than I thought it was. I was like, yeah, this would be cool. I'll just paint really tiny, but it's really, really hard to get some of them lines in there to look crispy. So, yeah, it's definitely sinking down. I think there's something wrong with my little. Might just be time to hopefully get a crisscross chair or something. Because I definitely like to sit cross-legged while I'm painting. Oh my god, we only have one more. And then we can paint. Goodness. Kind of glad I was live streaming when that happened though, because I think if I came over here to just paint on my own and I had to retransfer that, I would have just been like so discouraged and would have just been like, no, thank you. I will try again tomorrow. So I feel like the live streaming thing could be good. in the long run. But yeah, so that should give me plenty of time to do Inktober and not worry about editing and uploading, because we'll just be hanging out live. Which I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I really don't have the energy for editing right now with all that going on. And then there's just like the day-to-day. Oh, I messed that up. Dang it. Day-to-day mommy duties that I have to take care of. Part of my sniffles. So done. I'm trying to rush now. I'm so excited to start the painting part. Sorry, I know this is like loud and obnoxious every time I turn it, but like can't really reach from certain sides. Try to lift it so it's not so loud. There we go. Might have to turn this fan on. It's starting to get hot up here. Didn't want to blow your guys' eardrums out though. It's one of those obnoxiously loud box fans, and I just don't think you would have been able to hear me. Not that I'm saying anything that's that important. Mm-hmm. Ooh, one more wing and we can start the fun part. Definitely want to go to Michael's soon. I am trying to not like spend too much money though. But like I really don't, like, as for somebody who loves Halloween and stuff, like I really don't have like that many decorations. Like I have like lighted things for my windows and stuff. But like I don't really have too much for the house. And I wanted to get a couple like ghost mugs or something. Oh my god, I think we did it. I think we did it. Oh good lord. A couple smudges we're gonna have to deal with. But that is okay. Let me go over this little mushroom. He's having some issues with his little edge. Kind of smudges a little bit, but that's okay. That's what editing software is for. Come on, Tate. You're making me look dumb. There we go. Oh, that's why I did it in between. There we go. Alright, up there you go, in case I lose my lines. Oh my god. We did it. Look at that. 8 hours later. It literally took me an hour and 46 minutes to do that. That's insane. Not technically an hour and 46 minutes, but about an hour and a half. I think I started at 9:10 and then we finished around with that one for a minute, but yeah, that's a buzzkill. What happened there? We're missing a line. We're missing a line. I think everything else looks good, except for these little. That's the one thing I hate about transfer paper. I much prefer the light box, but sometimes it just don't go up. I must have went off the line here. I'm missing a whole needle. All my needles gone. I'll just have to draw it in. I honestly feel like it should have been longer anyway. Having some massive issues, but we'll be alright. Okay, where's my paint palette? There it is. I have this gigantic palette here, so hopefully it's not too bad in the way. I think I'm gonna start. Where am I gonna start? I think I had the greens first. I think I'm gonna go. Let's scoot this over. Hopefully we will go a little bit in. Sorry. Helps with my anxiety. Sorry, guys. Former smoker. Now I use these stupid vapes, and I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of those. My stomach is talking too. Holy cow. Yeah, I definitely am not a fan of the transfer paper. It's way easier to kind of keep the fluidity of your lines with the light box, but we're alright here. It's definitely good enough to get going. Alright, so I think I'm going to start with this one. Let me know if this water is too loud right here because I can move it. I probably have to pull my references up, but I'm just going to do some local color for now. Not sure how long I plan to stream for, but I should have definitely already been painting by now. Such a drag. Squeak. I'm sorry if you can't see this. I'm just going to put some local color in though, and then we'll add all the fun stages. We always gotta wait for things to dry too, so. There's that. Thanks for bearing with me, though. I was definitely prepared. I really don't know what happened there with that paper. Definitely just gonna have to stick to what I know, which is really random because I used Fabriano Artistico for the Magical Shit zine project, and it was the 140-pound hot pressed, and I know what I had. Why is this acting funny? I hope I'm not just tired and being silly. Like I said, sometimes even though I feel like I do watercolor all the time, sometimes I feel like I have no idea what I'm doing, even though I've been using it forever. It makes no sense to me. Like sometimes when you randomly forget how to spell the word the, like I'm like, that doesn't look right. It's very strange. Yeah, I don't know. This paper's not doing really what I want it to do either, but we're just gonna go with that. Because I do not have the patience to trace that on something else. Yeah, I just had this idea randomly. I think I was looking at those old frames, but like maybe like a gold antique-y looking one, and I figured maybe this would look cool in something like that hanging on my wall. As you can see, I don't know if you can see, but I hung one picture on the wall so far, so we're getting close to the decoration process of the studio, which is partly the reason why I wanted to live stream too, just so I don't have to come over here and work every time I'm here. Like I can decorate the studio or clean, or like I got some bookshelves up with my sketchbooks on them and stuff, but I've been really wanting to decorate, and I have like a Bigfoot. It's technically an outdoor decoration. You're supposed to put it on a tree, but I put it on my wall, and it's kind of like a curtain holder for when I want to open the curtains. So I'm slowly starting to decorate the space like how I want it decorated. And I'm trying to kind of go slow because I really want to make sure it's like a place that I find inspiring. To be in, or cozy at the very least. Like I definitely want to have a good time while I'm in here. Put some more of that blue in there. On the bright side, I did hear it's supposed to rain in my neck of the woods this week. I hope it rains for like a couple days. My poor grass is like turning brown. Yes. It's kind of hard to explain, but we ended up buying the house next door, or by our original house. We have kids that have autism, and we were kind of trying to like prepare for when they're adults, and they're like 17 already. So we actually got a steal on both of these houses. I think we pay less than what some people pay for one home for these two houses that are right next to each other. And this house is being renovated. My grandparents were staying in the other house. They were from the UP, and they came down for the winter because they got snowed in to their place, and they couldn't get out for like 3 days. They had to be like dug out of their house. So they stayed here, and then they they came down and then COVID hit. So they were stuck here for 3 years. So they were living there. And they just recently moved in with my uncle due to health problems and stuff. So, and there's also kind of like a bunch of renovation stuff that needs to be done. Like there was a leak downstairs and stuff. So like this is the only room that's finished in this house, but it's kind of hard to explain. But yeah, we basically bought two houses for the price of one. So we got very lucky in that sense. But yeah, we were just trying to prepare for, we don't know what's going to happen when they're adults and things like that. So right now, currently, it's just where I'm working. I have no idea what's going to happen in between now and then, but I was trying to find a way to connect the houses. So like they had like a wing and we had a wing when they were adults, but I talked to a couple construction workers to kind of like connect the properties, because I know once one is paid off, like you can combine your property, so you only have to pay property taxes on the one. But it's just kind of like a process. Like I don't want, like we're not rich by any means, but we ended up buying at the right time is what happened. Because I can't even imagine buying a house right now. Like I look on the realtor all the time just to look. I'm very curious about it because I heard real estate was like a good investment. So I kind of just like watch stuff the way people watch stocks. I watch real estate, and yeah, I can't even believe what some of these houses are going for. And I know it's different for everyone, because I was talking to a friend that lives in California or like Washington, and the price of what they rent for one house is like double what we pay for both of these. So it's like I feel very fortunate to be in a certain area. Like I don't even see how it's that much more. Like I know California is one of the most expensive places to live, but like I don't understand why. Like I don't understand what makes that, you know what I mean? Like why is it so much more expensive there? Is it just like more people? I know like there's Hollywood and everything out there, but I'm very confused by it all. But yeah, so we ended up tearing down the fence, so we have one big yard now, so it's kind of like halfway there. And the few construction workers I did talk to, they said it can be done, but the challenge is kind of making it look like one house from the outside. So I'm not really sure where to go about doing that, but we have to pay the one off before we can do that. But combining the properties was like the goal, just so we had enough room for like 4 adults to be in the same space. So hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, we got really lucky. We bought at the right time for sure. But yeah, that definitely bothers me, how expensive it is to live in certain states. I'm like, oh my God, that is insane. You know, but to each their own though. I know people that spend like their car payments more than their house payment. You know what I mean? So it's just, I guess, what you want out of life and what you need to do with it. Like I basically am kind of, I don't really go many places or on vacations or things like that, even though I do really want to go up north and hide in the woods for a couple days somewhere and rent a cabin for like a week. But yeah, I don't really do a lot, so kind of coming over here is kind of like the calm down, if that makes sense. Okay, you've seen homes side by side with a breezeway long and wide enough for furniture and stuff. Yeah, like, see, we thought about the breezeway. My thing is, my life is so hard to explain. Um, I wanted to connect both of the house with the kitchen in the center of like being the connector, if that makes any sense, because I'm nervous for them to be in a spot alone where they can accidentally leave like the oven on or the burner on or anything like that. So I want to have access to the kitchen. And I also kind of want to block it off in a sense. So my daughter has really bad OCD. Like, she has pandas on top of the autism. And the OCD, we, this is really strange, but we do not have a fridge in our kitchen. We turned one of the bedrooms over there, we turned it into a pantry. And that's where the fridge and the food is, because she wouldn't keep the food in the fridge. Like, she kept taking the food out of the fridge and trying to get us to put it somewhere else. So we just like moved all of the food and the fridge in the back. And she prefers it that way. It's very strange, but my life is very complicated. So it's always hard to explain, like, what happened. It's just so random. It's very weird, and like I have to go in and out of 2 doors just to kind of get everything I need to cook dinner, and then I gotta like hold my spices and put them in, because she'll randomly grab one and just like dump the whole thing of oregano in a dish and stuff, and bless her heart, she is trying to help me and stuff, but it's like cooking becomes a very stressful part of my day sometimes. Yeah, it's very it's so complicated to explain. Very, I think my dad, like, he knows that my fridge hasn't been in the kitchen forever, but like the other day he just came in and was like, "Where's your fridge?" I'm like, "It hasn't been in here for like 3 years, dude." So, it's very random stuff, but it is what it is. I think I'm going to go a little bluish with this one. Thank you. Yeah, that was very hard to explain to people. But that's the one thing I figured out as an adult, like, you'll have like 10 people kind of trying to tell you how to do things, and you take their advice for so long, and like how they tell you to decorate your house to sell, and I'm like, but I don't have any intention on selling this house, so why do I have to decorate it that way? Like, and you just follow the advice, and then 10 years down the road you're just like, I don't like anything in my house, and like, this doesn't work for me, you know? So you just gotta do, like, adapt to everything. It's very interesting, I tell you. If I would have known when I was younger how interesting my life would be as an adult with special needs children, I think I wouldn't have believed myself. Everything is an adventure, that's for sure. Thankfully, they're pretty happy and content now. We were having a lot of behavior problems there for a while, and things have mellowed out, knock on wood, because I don't want to jinx that. We have our little routines, and they're just weirder than everyone else's, but it's cool. It works. Little itty bitty hair on there. Get off. I don't even know if I'm doing this the right color. It feels right though, so we're just gonna go with that. Hopefully we'll make some more progress on this. during our next live stream. I feel like we should have definitely been a lot further by now. But that is okay. I feel like I can see this better anyway, honestly, than the one that I light boxed on, because that paper was so thick I couldn't really see the details too well. I think I'm probably gonna work till 11:30, and then next week it'll probably be around the same time, depending on what time he gets home on Sunday. My tummy is just talking. And then hopefully we can adjust to the 8 to 10, because I would like to. I feel like I'm more energized around 8 than I am at 9. I just get some sketching in. I feel like I'm starting to wind down a little bit. Running out of things to talk about. So I feel like my chair went down again. I'm gonna have to find out what I can like listen to or watch in the background. I've been watching this is really random, but I found it. I have I added the Discovery Plus onto my Amazon Prime account because we canceled our cable and just did the internet because it was too expensive, and I couldn't even watch what I wanted to watch, and I prefer the ghost shows. And like I liked this Discovery for like I like to watch Shark Week and stuff, and I watch like my little ghost shows and my like little documentaries and stuff like that. And there's this show on here that I found that I've never seen before, but I think it's called Signs of a Psychopath, and it's just like archival footage of like like psychopaths admitting like what they did, and like just like how they don't feel emotions and stuff. Like it's just really, it's like creepy and interesting to watch, and I've kind of been like down that rabbit hole, which is kind of weird for me, but it's very interesting just kind of like having the psychologist kind of like narrate or kind of like give insight as to why they're trying to do certain things in the narratives. But yeah. Very random, but it's a pretty decent show. I liked it anyway. It's interesting, if anything, and I'd rather watch something I haven't seen than something I've repeated like 10 times, because those are starting to get burnt out. Like I actually got burnt out on Gilmore Girls, and I never thought that would happen to me, but after 20 times of watching it, I'm kind of like, okay, I don't really want to watch this anymore. And then the new one, A Year in a Life. Like, I think I watched that twice. I just didn't think it was as good as the original show. Didn't have the same flair, I don't think, but that's just me. Oh, good. Yeah, let me know what you think of it, because it's, I'm like, and then like having the context of like seeing a show like Dexter and like having his inner monologue narrated for you throughout the show, like, because they say he's basically a psychopath too. He doesn't have like emotions and everything. It's interesting to see the real life version of, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't really know how to explain what I'm saying. I think I'm getting tired. But oh, thank you, Art by Trinity. It is great. The Gilmore Girls is great. It's just like it was my comfort show for so long that I burnt myself out on it, is what happened. Like, I just, like, I can recite word for word every scene, and I'm just kind of like over it. Like, I don't, like, I enjoy it. Like, it can be on in the background or whatever, but like I won't sit down and watch it anymore. It's definitely a background noise show for me, and I think that's why I like the ghost story shows, because it's kind of like an audiobook. I can just listen to it while I'm doing the dishes or while I'm folding laundry, etc., etc. Sometimes you just need like a background show. How did you find your art style? I have no idea, honestly. It just kind of happened. I still don't think I have a style. I think it's just something that sneaks up on you, honestly. Like, I don't feel like I have a set style, but people say that they can tell my work from other people's works. And I was just kind of like, oh, I guess maybe it is kind of cohesive, but I feel like it's not, so I don't really know. I just kind of paint what I like. I know that much. I definitely won't be painting any airplanes or anything. Like I said, my cousin, he's always like, can you paint me an airplane? And I'm like, absolutely not. Like, everything I paint is the complete opposite of what you're asking for. Like, if you want me to paint you Bigfoot, I feel like that's, like, reasonable. Knowing that what I paint is what I paint, you know? Or even, like, a dog portrait or something, but you always ask for planes. Yes, I do have a store. It's linked on my Instagram right now. My shop it's currently under construction, but the links on my Instagram and TikTok still work for my store, and I haven't I need to finish working on that, but I'm kind of redesigning the website, so it's all kind of like touch and go. So I'm hoping once I finish this piece, I'll be doing another store drop here soon. But thank you for your interest. That's so nice. I definitely didn't put my link in there though, but I don't know. I think it's if you go to kellypaints.com/shop, it'll pop up. I'll see if I can put the link in the live stream when I'm done. But I think it's really weird that my link still works. Like, even though there's like if you go to straight kellypaints.com, it'll just be like an under construction page, but the old links still work. Like, I just got an order yesterday and it still works. Oh my goodness, my nose. I feel a sneeze coming on. Oh, it's gonna happen. I think this is You Go to Death. I will do that, Trinity. Thank you, Art by Trinity. I do have it. It's just, it's under construction, but if you go to kellypaints.com, that's where all my stuff is. But like I said, you'll probably just run into a construction page and under construction page for now, but I will post it here as soon as I fix my website issues, because I'm just kind of sick of what I had and I kind of wanted to redesign everything. So I honestly forgot to change my links on Instagram and TikTok, and they just randomly still worked, and I was like, well, I guess I'll leave it there for now. I can still fulfill orders, I guess. There we go. I missed a bunch of stuff. All right. Poor little painting. Whew. I am getting hot. Let's see here. Let me pull up. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and blow my nose again. I'll be right back. Turn that back on. Alright, let me pull up my reference. I don't remember what color this mushroom is. I guess I could just paint the stars. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, that's amazing. Congratulations. That's awesome. What kind of stuff do you like to paint? Where'd my reference photos go? There it is. Oh, okay, it's this color. My brain is not working anymore. Let's do... Yeah, that could work. And then we'll use the darker for the top. I'm just going to do a light wash. I'd definitely like to get past this first local color layer, because that's when it starts getting fun and you can add all the details and stuff in there, but I just gotta get some pigment down here on the paper. You are welcome. It's definitely a roller coaster of emotions when you start out. You go through many bouts of frustration. But I do find that when you are the most frustrated with your work, you get like a little bit of a breakthrough. So if you're ever frustrated, just remember that. And then a little dollop of color there. There we go. Alright. I'm not really going to do... I probably could. There's not a whole lot of pigment there. It shouldn't bleed into each other, but that's fine if it does. At least this paper's cooperating with me. Definitely gonna have to do some tests next time to make sure that don't happen again. Where's my... This is my brown. I got some gouache mixed in here, and it's just more pastel-y than I want. Yeah, that ain't it. Let's move on to a different different color until I can get the right brown. I'm wondering, I kind of want to make these like nautical style stars. I'm not sure what colors I want to use on them yet, though. I might have to do a test on it. We could probably do the Mr. Froggo here, though. See if we can get some local color on him. Where is my reference? I'm really nervous about this candle because I don't know if it's going to have a background color or not, and I'm hoping that it's going to look like fire, but we shall see. Alright, so the frog I picked is kind of like a mix between these two colors here. Kind of honestly seems more like a yellow ochre. Yeah, because like his limbs are kind of like brownish, and like his body is kind of greenish. So I think I'm just gonna go in with this color for now. I'm sorry for the sniffles, guys. Pro tips. Do I have any pro tips before you go? Honestly, probably yeah, but I can't really think of any right now. Kind of at the end of my painting sesh, but I know it's basic, but the fundamentals are definitely important, and I go back to them time and time again. You have to learn to draw before you can paint most times. I mean, you don't have to, but it does help with the painting process. And don't stress about art supplies. Use what you have. I'm currently in a no-buy year, and I'm having a lot of fun using the stuff that I forgot I have. So if I would say one thing, don't kind of get caught up in the hauls and the trying out of new supplies and stuff. Like, hold on to them for stuff that you really want, but sets are overrated sometimes, I feel like colored pencil sets. They're too expensive and they have a lot of colors in them, but that's just my opinion. It depends on what kind of art you're doing, though. Definitely buy the supplies you need for what you're gonna do. I definitely spent money that I didn't need to spend. Like the Luminance colored pencils set. Thankfully, I did get it as a gift, but turns out I only really like the white colored pencil out of that set, and I prefer the polychromos, so I definitely recommend trying out singles of things so you can see how they work on paper and canvas, etc. There's been numerous things that I've bought that I really didn't care for. Maybe try not to get caught up in buying things. think I'm going to wrap this up after this little froggo has his local color on because my nose apparently just wants to keep running and running. And I don't want to go through this with a bunch of sniffles. Oh, well, thank you so much. I'm glad you liked it. My videos are a lot cooler than my live streams. I tend to ramble on my live streams, but good luck on your art journey for sure. My dude is missing a hand. Straight up missing a hand. Excuse me. I definitely don't want to be the sniffle lady. I am gonna go give some watercolor. Just let the watercolor do what it wants to do for a minute. Then we'll come in and add some more when it's time to. I think this is why I like painting frogs so much, especially with watercolor. I feel like it just like naturally does what the frog has without having to work too hard at it. Give him some spots and let him do his thing. And then we will come in and do all the details on him. Bye, and thank you. Sorry, you guys. Got a little runny nose action. Not a fan of that, especially on the lives, but I'm sorry we didn't get further tonight, but at least we got this far. We definitely would have had probably all the local color put in, but I don't think that I'm going to work on this outside of the live stream, so we should be able to finish it all live if that's something that you guys want to do. I might work on it in free time sometimes. I forgot to film everything I just painted, so I did film most of it for a video, but I don't know if I'll have time to edit that or whatever. But anyway, thank you for hanging out with me this evening, and hopefully I will see you next Sunday. And thanks for watching, and I will see you all very, very soon.